Hi everyone, I'm Nate from Chisholm and Kilpatrick. My goal today is to help you understand the current $3 billion budget shortfall at the VA and the potential impact this has on veterans and their families. The VA recently disclosed a nearly $3 billion budget shortfall for fiscal year 24. In simple terms, that means they aren't sufficiently funded to cover existing obligations in August and September. Most troubling, the VA warned Congress that this could delay benefit payments in just a few weeks. But how serious is this threat? We've been working with the VA for 25 years, and budget concerns aren't new. So what makes the situation different? Here's how the VA explained it to Congress. The VA is dealing with a combined budget shortfall of nearly $15 billion for the current and next fiscal year. For August and September of the fiscal year, the VA needs an additional $2.9 billion in mandatory spending to cover veterans' pensions and other benefits. If Congress doesn't address this by September 20th, payments to over 7 million veterans and survivors are at risk of delay. In addition to this, the VA needs an extra $12 billion in discretionary medical care funds for the next fiscal year. This is above and beyond current appropriations. So what does this mean for veterans if Congress doesn't fix the shortfall by September 20th? About 7 million veterans and their survivors may not receive their benefit payments starting October 1st. And it's unclear how long these payments may be delayed until the budget shortfall is fixed. Let's take a closer look at how the VA got into this situation. I'll highlight 4 areas: unanticipated costs, higher costs for existing cases, new full-time employees, and GI Bill payments. It appears that the shortfall is partially due to unanticipated costs, including $3.9 billion for pharmaceutical and prosthetic expenses, costs associated with chronic diseases, and high costs associated with weight loss drugs like Ozempic. The VA's rapid hiring, projected at 22,304 new full-time employees, also appears to have contributed to the budget gap. The VA also expects an uptick in GI Bill payments because of a Supreme Court ruling in April that allows veterans to collect expanded educational benefits. So how is Congress responding? The situation is challenging, given that the VA notified lawmakers about the funding crisis after key steps in the appropriations process had passed, leading to criticism from Congress that the VA should have anticipated the shortfall or disclosed it earlier. House Veterans Affairs Committee Chairman Mike Bost said, "This represents by far the largest budget shortfall the VA has experienced." He also claims the VA didn't budget correctly for PACT Act-related increases and for increased staffing levels. A bipartisan group of senators has introduced a bill to fix the nearly $3 billion shortfall for disability and education benefits that the VA expects to face in October. Looking ahead to 2025, the VA has requested a total of $369.3 billion, which is a 9.8% increase above the estimated levels for fiscal year 2024. This includes a $134 billion increase in discretionary funding and $235.3 billion in mandatory funding, with significant investments in healthcare, benefits, and other veteran services. Congress has yet to approve government funding for fiscal year 2025, meaning lawmakers could still allocate more than the VA requested. To make this a reality, Congress must reach a bipartisan agreement to raise the existing budget caps. Stay tuned for updates on this developing story. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please share it with fellow veterans and their families.